I was having a conversation with my husband last Sunday when all of a sudden it felt as though someone was watching him through my eyes in that exact moment. It was almost like a hyper awareness of the moment that I was in, mixed with the emotion of someone, a presence, who was feeling nostalgia for that exact moment. As I looked at him, it felt as though I hadn't seen him in 20 or 30 years. And all of a sudden I had this intense feeling of sadness mixed with love, bittersweet melancholy, a sort of longing. But it felt like someone else was enjoying the moment through my eyes. Now, I feel as though the only person who could have looked at him in that way, with that intensity of feeling, had to have been me. I felt as though a future version of myself was looking back through time and to that memory of that Sunday morning. It was as if time had slowed down to a seemingly ordinary moment, and as though somebody was peering through time to that moment. I suddenly had a feeling of profound loss. You know when you really miss somebody? It was that feeling mixed with this intense joy and excitement of being able to see them again. It had to have been me, right? At least I would hope. I would hope that nobody else would be looking through my memories that intensely. I know this sounds weird, but I wonder if other people have had similar experiences. Now, being the logical, completely rational person that I am, my conclusion was this. Due to quantum entanglement, it is likely that we are entangled with future versions of ourselves. I think, or I suspect, that in the not too distant future, maybe 20 to 30 years from now, a corporation or company has developed a technology, perhaps a quantum Neuralink, sort of helmet that you put on your head that allows you to access certain aspects of your brain and send your consciousness back through time, through your memories, allowing you to relive those beautiful and special moments in your life. I genuinely think that this is happening right now in the future. And if I had to guess, the experience that I had this past Sunday was maybe the machine being activated for the first time and my consciousness being sent back to the exact moment when I had my first experience with the machine, thus creating a kind of loop. Now, what would make it that memory of that seemingly ordinary conversation on a sleepy Sunday morning would be a pinnacle memory? Well, I think it would be this video right here and this conversation right here, because I know how my mind works. I would absolutely intentionally create a feedback cycle through time. If such a machine ends up existing, I would have no choice but to make that memory be the first memory that I replay, just to make it just a beautiful, poetic, like, symphony of a feedback loop through time, a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what you guys are witnessing right now is a self-fulfilling prophecy in the making. I hope to look back at this video in 30 years and stitch it. Wouldn't that be interesting? A stitch with my future self, trying on this machine for the first time and going back and replaying that exact memory that I'm discussing right now. Talk about quantum entanglement indeed. Now, all of that actually makes me feel optimistic about the future, because it means to me that whatever impending, whatever the fuck that we're sensing coming around the corner, we survive. It makes me feel like we're gonna get through it enough that society is still intact, where this sort of technology can come into existence. Unless, of course, it was a parallel version of myself from a parallel universe, using a much more advanced version of such a technology to scour the multiverse for versions of themselves that were married to him, so that they can view and relive experiences through the eyes of the doppels of their lost loved ones. That's a probability as well, which may mean that we don't make it. But on the plus side, it means that there is a parallel version of myself that I am entangled with, and if she can shift into my reality and view my world through my eyes, I should be able to shift into her reality and do the same. Doors open both ways. All in all, that experience made me feel as though I needed to put in more effort into being present and in the moment. Because if that sort of technology ends up existing in the future right now, and if it's me that's reviewing my past memories, then I gotta make sure that I'm taking in as much detail as I can in my day-to-day experiences, so that when my future self replays her past memories, her re-experiences are as full of as much sensory detail as possible.